I still am lukewarm on Thibodeaux.
Well, Kayvon Thibodeaux, he has the ability, to me, out of all the edge rushers, to be special.
Braylon, you've been talking about Kayvon Thibodeaux for quite some time. I think during the season, Thibodeaux and Hutchinson were projected 1-2, 2-1, however you want to go about it. And then, people say that Thibodeaux isn't in love with football and is a me guy and his motor isn't 100% of the time. Yeah. And he's been falling down draft boards. Well, Oregon had their pro day on Friday, and the Lions sent a contingent of 7 representatives out there to meet with him. Peter King comes out with a story that says the Lions like Kayvon Thibodeaux a lot. Not that the Lions will draft Kayvon Thibodeaux, but that they like him a lot. And I want to get your take on that as we always see water kind of find its level. Is the water finding its level in relation to the Kayvon Thibodeaux hate-love situation?
Yeah, I think it's finding its level. I think with Kayvon Thibodeaux, he has the potential to be special. And this is a lackluster draft. You can knock everybody down the peg in the top 10, in the top 15, even in the first round. With Kayvon Thibodeaux, he has the ability, to me, out of all the edge rushers, to be special. He has the ability to be that difference maker, to be something different, to be something special. I think he gets a bad rap because he's smart, he's intelligent, because he has other ideas, he has other concerns outside of sports. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of times fans, they get caught up into, if you are thinking about something else, if you have other ideas or things that you want to do, oh, he's not a football guy, he's not all the way locked in. He is locked in. But at the same time, he has other things that he wants to do and pursue as well. Kayvon Thibodeaux has the potential to be special. He's fast, he's quick, he has a plethora of moves. He literally has 7 menu moves. We talked about Aiden Hutchinson kind of really having 3 that he's locked into. I've seen Kayvon Thibodeaux do a bunch of different things that relates to getting the quarterback or getting off the left tackle or right tackle or even inside work off the guards. Kayvon Thibodeaux could be special. We talk about this draft. There's no home runs. There's no guarantees. Kayvon Thibodeaux is a guy that if the Detroit Lions draft him, I think he could be the best thing in terms of a sure thing with a potential to be special.
What do we really know about him? I mean, how much have we really seen him? He basically took the year off.
7 sacks in 8 games. I mean, that's not bad.
He's totally an enigma.
Yeah.
Right?
Who'd they play in those 8 games? I don't even know. I'm genuinely, was it that good of competition?
Well, look, he didn't play against Ohio State, and that's a game everybody wanted to see him play in. Right. He had a good game against UCLA, dominated that game a little bit, but
they lost.
In Utah, they lost. But again, I keep going back to Penei Sewell took the year off. If he would have just decided to take the year off and not play,
we might like him better.
We might like him a little bit better. I still am lukewarm on Thibodeaux. I just am. Mel Kiper, not that Mel Kiper is God's gift to anything.
Who the hell is Mel Kiper?
Who the hell is Mel Kiper? But he did put out a new big board. Not a new mock draft, but a new big board where he ranks his best players available. He's got number 1, Aiden Hutchinson, and then at 2 and 3, he's got the 2 offensive tackles, Ekwonu and Evan Neal. At 4, he's got Sauce Gardner. Now, Sauce Gardner, the Detroit kid, by the way, he says that he is the best player in this draft. He tweeted that out.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I love that confidence, especially in a defensive back.
And our guy picked him.
4 years.
Yep.
He's never gave up a touchdown.
Can you believe that?
I don't care what division you play in. I don't care what conference you play in. It can be MAC. It can be independent. It can be Mountain West, Big Ten, whatever. 4 years, not a touchdown allowed, that means something.
Mike Tannenbaum had him going to the Lions last
Sauce
week
Gardner
on that Thursday night when they had it on the Big Show. I watched it, and he loves him. Loves him.
So you've got him, and then Kyle Hamilton at 5. At number 6, Kayvon Thibodeaux. Here it is. Here's the write-up on Thibodeaux. We'll see whether or not you guys agreed. After missing a few games because of an ankle injury he suffered in the season opener, Thibodeaux was spectacular in his return. A strip sack, another sack, and 9 total tackles against UCLA, which I referenced. Against Cal the week before, he had a sack and 10 pressures. 10 pressures. He finished the season with 7 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. Even though he had half as many sacks as Hutchinson, he had the second best pressure rate in the country. Thibodeaux, the number 1 high school recruit in the country in 2019, is an elite pass rushing talent with the quickness and bend to get double-digit sacks annually at the next level. He had 9 sacks as a true freshman in 19 and 3 more and 9.5 tackles for loss in 7 games
getting excited over
last season. It sounds like he's a player, right? I mean, that sounds great. Will the Lions take him? Will he be that can't miss player? Because again, I go back to this: he cannot be a bust. The only position you could bust out at with this pick is 2, and that's Malik Willis. I feel like that's the only player that has the ability to bust out, because if you bust out on Okudah at 3, and then 2 years later you bust out on your number 2 overall pick,
a lot of busting going on.
There's a lot of busting, and that's how you stay bad for an elongated period.
Let me ask you guys this. If you had your choice of Sauce Gardner or Kayvon Thibodeaux, who are you taking?
Thibodeaux.
I'm taking Thibodeaux. It's not even close. You already have a couple secondary players that are like, you can make some things happen right now. Excuse me, Ermanni and Braylon. You got some guys, got some talent. Definitely take Thibodeaux over Sauce Gardner. I think Sauce Gardner is going to be a really good DB in this league. But Thibodeaux gives you that special thing. You got to get to the quarterback. You have to have the ability, or you have to have an individual that can get to the quarterback, get you some pressures, make the job easier for the offense. That's going to be him. The narrative, remember when this happened with Ohio State? There was a young individual by the name of Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa also injured his ankle. And then Nick Bosa said, you know what, the hell with that, I'm not coming back. His dad was like, you're not coming back. You're going to go into the draft. And that was it. No one said anything about him giving up on Ohio State. Nobody said anything about the narrative, oh, you know, he cares about other things, or he's selfish. Nobody said that. Well, Kayvon Thibodeaux, same thing. He didn't not come back this year. He came back. He played in 8 games this year. So what if he likes to play chess in his spare time? So what if he cares about NFTs and things like that? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to try to be the best version of yourself. But when he's on that field, Kayvon Thibodeaux has the ability to be special. You are not the number 1 player, the number 1 high school recruit for no reason. And then to turn around with that, have 9 sacks as a freshman, I guess ESPN was right. And then to turn around and be the number 1 player, 7 sacks in 8 games. So with that being said, everybody can't be wrong.